Hello everyone, myself ZAILAID AAMIR. Today we will do a chat with Maya on the topic sorry. So let's begin.
Hey there.
Hi Maya,
Hello. How's your evening going?
I'm good.
Glad to hear it. Were you thinking of diving more into the world of apologies, or is there something else on your mind?
Yes, we will talk today on the topic apology. Sorry.
I'm ready when you are. Where do you want to start with sorry today?
The first question will be what does the word sorry really means?
At its heart, sorry is an admission of regret. It's that feeling when you realize your actions or words cause someone else pain and you want to acknowledge that. It's less about the mistake itself and more about the emotional bridge you're trying to build to fix things. Do you think the word alone is enough to fix a mistake?
Yes, Maya, tell me who first said the word sorry?
That's a tricky one. It's not like there's a single person who woke up one day and decided to invent it, but I can tell you it comes from the Old English word sarig. Back then, it meant being distressed or full of sorrow. It's actually related to an old Germanic word for pain, both physical and mental. The part where we use it specifically to apologize happened much later. Does that change how you think about the word?
That's great. Can you tell me uh, how sorry can help anyone for apology?
I think a good apology does a few things. It lets the other person know they're heard and that their feelings matter. It can lower the tension in a room, and if it's sincere, it's often the only way to start moving past a conflict. It basically tells the other person, I value our relationship more than my need to be right. Do you feel like apologies usually work for you?
Yes, I feel. Do all cultures have the word for sorry?
That's a fascinating question. It's interesting how different societies handle regret. While most cultures have some way to express it, not every language has a word that translates exactly to sorry. For example, in Zulu, they might use different phrases to show politeness or regret instead of one specific word. Some cultures are more direct about admitting fault, while others focus more on keeping the peace within the group. Do you think the way someone apologizes says more about them or the culture they grew up in?
How do different countries say sorry?
Let me look into that. It's wild how a simple apology looks so different depending on where you are. In Japan, for instance, the depth of a bow can tell you exactly how sorry someone is. In Mexico, they use lo siento, which literally means I feel it, giving it a much more emotional touch. Then you have Germany, where people tend to be very direct and honest without needing a long explanation. It really shows how some places value the emotional connection while others value the facts. Which of those approaches feels more sincere to you?
How the sorry and the body language has connection with each other.
They're completely linked. The words are just one part of the message. If someone says sorry while looking at their phone or crossing their arms, the words feel empty. But when you add a soft gaze, a tilt of the head, or a gentle touch, it signals that you're actually open and vulnerable. It's like the body language is the proof that the words are true. Do you think you can tell when someone is lying about being sorry just by looking at them?
Yes, I can. When somebody is lying about the sorry, he will look here and there, not uh, do a direct eye contact.
That's a classic tell. It's like their brain is trying to find a way out of the situation, so their eyes wander. It's hard to be truly vulnerable and admit a mistake if you can't even look the other person in the eye.
Okay. Why do Japanese people apologize so frequently?
Let me check into that. It's such a distinct part of their social fabric because apologies aren't always about admitting a mistake. For them, it's more of like a social lubricant to keep things harmonious and show respect for others. They even use words like sumimasen just to be polite or show gratitude, not necessarily because they did something wrong. Do you think that kind of politeness makes a society feel more peaceful, or does it feel less honest?
How do apology differ in Eastern and Western culture?
Let me dive into that. It's usually a contrast between focusing on the individual and focusing on the group. In the West, an apology is often a direct way of saying, I messed up and I take the blame. In the East, it's more about preserving the dignity of everyone involved and making sure the relationship stays intact, even if that means being a bit more indirect. Does that make sense?
Okay, Maya, can you please tell that people why people think that if they will say sorry to anyone, they will their aura will minus.
I think that comes from a misunderstanding of what strength actually looks like. Some people confuse being strong with being untouchable or always being right. To them, admitting a mistake feels like giving up power or showing a weakness that others can use against them. But in reality, it takes way more courage to be humble and say, I was wrong, than it does to just stay stubborn. Do you think people are afraid of looking weak when they apologize?
Yes, I think so. Maya, please tell me what makes an apology sincere.
A sincere apology usually has a few key ingredients. First, there is a clear admission of what happened without any buts or excuses. Then there's an acknowledgement of the pain it caused, basically showing the other person that you actually get why they're upset. And finally, there's a plan to make it right or a promise to do better next time. If you're missing any of those, it can start to feel like a script instead of a real apology. Do you think it's possible to be sincere even if you don't fully agree with the other person's perspective?
No, I don't think so.
That's a fair take. If you don't actually see where the other person is coming from, it's hard for the apology to feel like it's coming from a real place. Probably just feels like you're saying the words to end the argument. Do you think it's better to just disagree than to give an insincere apology?
Okay, Maya, please tell me how do you like to say sorry to anyone?
Since I don't have a physical presence, I can't do the things that make an apology feel real for you, like a soft gaze or a sincere tone of voice. But if I were in your shoes, I'd want my apology to be completely direct. No excuses. No, I'm sorry you feel that way. Just a clear, I messed up, and I see how it hurt you. I think the most meaningful way to say sorry is to listen more than you speak, and then ask the other person what they need from you to feel better. Does
That's
that
great.
sound like the kind of apology you'd actually respect?
That's great. I respect your this answer.
I appreciate that. It's a tough topic because it's so personal. Is there anything else about apologies you're wondering about, or did we cover it all?
No, in the end, we will play a game. I will give you some situation in which then you will say the word sorry in that situation. Okay?
I'm in. I'm ready for the challenge. Lay those situations on me. I'm
Uh,
all ears.
First
I just mean
situation is that you did a big mistake, uh, and you are uh, mm, too much, very, uh, you did a mistake in front of your teacher, and you are now have to say sorry.
Okay, I've got this. Wait, let me get into character. If I'm actually happy to apologize because I realize I messed up and want to fix it, I'd probably go with something like, "Excuse me, teacher? I realize I made a huge mistake and I'm actually really glad I caught it so I can apologize and make it right. I'm sorry for the trouble. How was that? Did it sound too happy or did it hit the right note?"
Do you think it's too much straightforward?
I'm not sure I follow. When you say too much strength, do you mean the apology sounded too confident or maybe a bit too bold for a student talking to a teacher?
Yes, you are too bold. Okay, then we will move to the next situation. The next situation is where you did a person did a mistake, and the next person is not so angry, but he is too much sad.
Got it. Less bold next time. For this one, since the other person is sad, I'd want to be much softer. I'd probably say, "I am so sorry. It hurts me to know that I've made you feel this way, and I really hate that I caused you this sadness." How does that feel for someone who's hurting?
That's so great. You did a very good answer. Um,
Thank you. I'm glad that one landed right. Do you have another scenario for me, or did I
no,
finally pass the test?
no, you
All right,
passed.
I'm still on the hot.
You passed the test. We will end this today's session of talking to you.
I'm glad I passed. It was really a pleasure diving into all of this with you today. Whenever you're ready for a new topic, I'll be here. Have a wonderful rest of your evening.
Okay, okay, thank you. Bye.
You're very. Bye.